Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with the 7th update for my Partners in Cream project pan. So this project was started by Darlene and Steph here on YouTube, and as always I will have them down in the description box together with the playlist for this project. But before we jump into all of the items, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's just go ahead and show you my progress. So the first item that I have to share with you today is this eye primer from Lumene. This is the beauty based eyeshadow primer, and I have had this in since the beginning of the project. Last update I didn't do too well, and I did say last time that I suspected there would be an air bubble in here, and I was right, because if you look at my progress now you can definitely see that it's been more progress than I first anticipated. Actually, what I decided to do is I can actually see through this if I hold it next to a light. So I pushed all of the product down, and then I kind of decided to push up all the air to the top of the bottle so that the air bubble wouldn't hinder my markings. So I did that, and then after that I could already see that just straight after the last update I was almost down to here. So I was like halfway through the lines that are there now, and then obviously I continue working on it over the last month, and I have done quite well on this. Looking at it now, I think this will last me for maybe like 4 more months, so I definitely feel like I will be done with this before the end of the year, at the latest at the very end of the year. And I have used that primer 30 times over the last month. Next up we have another item that I have used 30 times over the last month, and that is my Brow Eyebrow Pomade from Benefit. I have mine in the shade 3, and it's just like kind of deluxe size sample size. So basically in here is all the product, and I can't really tell too much use, but I actually think I might be close to hitting pan on this. I don't think at all you'll be able to see, but when I actually look through the light now, it looks like I'm really close to hitting pan. So hopefully by next update I will be able to show you some progress, although this is a really difficult bottle to show you in because it's quite narrow and deep. But I just want to kind of get use out of this and get it out of my collection, because I am not that into brow pomades anymore, and once I finish this up I can kind of go back to using pencils or my eyeshadow that I've used for my brows. But I am wearing this in my brows today. I have kind of used this in combination with the soap brow method over the last month, and I'm really loving that. But it does mean that I don't use as much of this as I did before. But I'm hoping to finish it by the end of the year. But if you have ever panned a pomade before, you know they take forever to use up. So next up, before we move into like lip and cheek products, I have one eyeshadow, and that is one of my Super Shock shadows from ColourPop. This one is in the shade DGAF, and I did introduce this last month as well. With this product I have actually only used it 6 times over the last month, and this is what it looks like now. As you may know, my goal with these are always to hit pan on them, but I do want to wear them down evenly, and I feel like I've been doing that. It is a really lovely shade, and I have worked on this before in my Shop My Stash, as well as just on kind of an everyday basis before putting into a project. So I don't think I'm too far away from pan. I think maybe 1 more month using this I should be able to hit pan. However, if that's going to be possible, I definitely need to step up my usage, because 6 times in a month isn't that much, especially for me. But I have been working on a lot of eyeshadows over the last month, so I haven't been reaching for this. And I am also introducing a new eyeshadow project or eyeshadow type of video next week, I think, or later this week. So I have been working on smart eyeshadows as well, so that means also that I haven't been reaching for this that much, but I am very hopeful that I will be able to hit pan on this by the next update. So next up we have another item that I rolled in last update, and that is my Posie Tint from Benefit. So with this one, it's really annoying because I can't see through the packaging, so I can't actually see and mark where I am with it. I have tried looking into it, and you can kind of see the product, but it's not low enough now to see where I am. So I haven't been able to mark this, and I probably won't mark it. I will mainly go through usage and weight with this one. And just looking at the uses, I have used this 11 times over the last month. So again, not amazing, but I have been really working on the lipstick that I have to show you next as a cream blush, and that's why I haven't used this too much. And the 11 times that I have used it, I have used it as a cream blush, because I've been falling in love with how this looks. Another reason why I haven't reached for this too much is because this is more of a cool toned blush, and have been panning a lot of warm eyeshadow recently, so that is another reason why I haven't reached for this much. But I think again that I will be able to use this more in the next upcoming month. Also, if I look sweaty, I absolutely am. It is boiling here in the UK today, so I am very, very warm filming this in front of my studio lights, so excuse me if I do look a bit kind of sweaty, but what can you do when the weather is like this? I'm not complaining though, because I do love the heat and I love summer, so I'm enjoying it for as long as it's lasting, but it's just very, very warm filming. So next up we have my 2 lip products that are in this project, and I have one of them right here. But before we go into this one, I just want to discuss the other one that I had in this project, and that was my liquid lipstick from ColourPop in the shade Sollow. I haven't been able to find that. I've been looking everywhere. I did go kind of visit some friends last weekend. I do suspect that I lost it then, but it might be in the flat somewhere, not sure, but I haven't been able to find it. However, I have decided to roll that out of the project, and I was thinking about doing that anyway because I haven't been using that liquid lipstick much at all. Like, I mean, I can't even remember when I lost it, and although I definitely knew I had it up until like a week and a half ago, I only used it 5 times in the last month, and that is not much at all. And I also realized that I don't really like, at least not that formula, as a kind of full coverage liquid lipstick. So when I have been using it, I have been using it kind of blotted out. I kind of apply it in the center of my lips and blot it out basically. So I have mainly used it that way, and I also did use it as a cream blush once, but it's just not my favorite product, and I feel like I'm getting over the liquid lipsticks, so I do want to keep some in my collection, but I don't want to force myself to use that one up. So that's kind of where I am with that item, and I feel like just losing it and not being able to find it is just a sign that it's time to roll that out of the project. So we'll have something to replace that at the end of the video, but I just want to explain that before jumping into this product right here. So the next item that I have is the Revlon lip butter in the shade Tutti Frutti, and this product I have actually used up. It is completely empty, although it is quite messy, and if you do see some kind of bits right here, that's just the plastic sticking up. And I did actually finish this up today as a cream blush. That's how I've been loving using this, and I think the majority of my uses was as a cream blush over the last month, although I did wear it on my lips a few times. But especially with summer and this being a very, very warm summer, especially the last couple of weeks, this has been very, very melty, so applying it on my lips has been a bit more difficult. And when I did use it on my lips, I kind of had to blot it in again with my fingers just to make sure it wasn't too thick on there. But yeah, I am very excited to say that this is done, and I will be rolling out my second lipstick in this project this year. This one only took me 2 months to use up, and I will show you my progress lines in a second. But before I show you them, I did use this lipstick 33 times over the last month. And just to show you, that is where I was last update, and I did finish it, as you can see. So as you can see, I have 2 items to roll into this project, and I'm going to start with the first one to replace the Revlon Tutti Frutti lipstick. And if you have been following this project, you know that I have 2 rules for this project, and that is to have 1 bullet lipstick in at any time, as well as a super shock shadow, just to kind of get use out of those items in my collection. So the lipstick that I have decided to replace the Revlon Tutti Frutti lipstick with is another Revlon lipstick actually, but this is one of the kind of traditional bullet lipsticks. And it's one of their cream formulas in the shade Pink in the Afternoon. So there you have a swatch of that lipstick, and I do really, really love this. It's actually quite a nice nude on me. I used to have a lot of similar tones in my collection, and this one is also getting a bit older in my collection, and that's why I want to use it up. The reason why I decided to roll this in is because it is kind of like more of a neutral shade compared to the Revlon Tutti Frutti, which was definitely more of an orange and very, very warm tone shade. And this even leans a bit more cool toned, and that is because I'm also panning another lip product in my summer project pan, which is a very nice kind of neutral peachy shade. So that is more kind of my warm tone lip option, and this will be more of my cool tone lip option, so that I will have some more versatility on the products that I'm panning on my lips. But yeah, that is the lipstick that I have decided to replace the Tutti Frutti lipstick with, and I'm very, very excited to use this up. And just to give you a little preview, that is where that lipstick is right now. So it is a bit more than the other Revlon lipstick was when I first introduced that. So, and then the last item I'm introducing is an item that I put in a video that I did at the end of last year or beginning of this year, I think. And that was the products that I want to use up in 2020. And I did mention that I did want to use up this little sample from Benefit, and this is the Benetint product. It's very, very similar to the Posie tint, and although the formula is quite different, different. This is very, very liquidy, whereas that is more of a cream or kind of like a thicker liquid. But I do want to use this up, and as you can see, I don't have too much left in this, and then I did mark it right there. I'm not sure if you can see that on camera because it is quite dark next to the liquid, but as you can see, if I do tilt this once I use up the liquid, it will be quite noticeable to see. So with this one, I'm not the biggest fan actually. I have tried to use it a few times and mainly on my lips, but I do want to see how I like this on my cheeks as well, and I'm hopeful that I'll be able to use this up in maybe 1 or 2 months. But there you guys, was all for this update. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are. And as always, don't forget to go and check out everyone else who's participating in this project. And other than that, I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!